If your fridge looks like this, but you'd rather it look like this, then you are in luck, because today I'm going to share a simple method to make healthy eating even easier by having everything prepped and right at your fingertips. Now, you do not have to go for Pinterest level, super aesthetic fridge status in order to do this. Really, any kind of simple organization system will work here, but basically we are gonna start by taking everything out because my fridge is a little bit chaotic right now. I just went shopping last night and just threw everything in the fridge quickly. So everything needs to be washed, chopped, and organized so that we have all that beautiful healthy food right at eye level and right at our fingertips ready to be eaten. So let's go ahead and see what we're working with here. And like I said, we are just gonna start by taking everything out, check for any expired items if you need to, and go ahead and give the fridge a wipe down. Now, I do stay on top of my condiments pretty well, so I don't need to go through the items in the door, but this is a really good time to check expiration dates. And then also with all the food that I've taken out, I'm definitely going to be making note of anything that needs to be used up within the next few days or next few weeks. Now, you can actually go one step further and take these shelves out and wash them. I actually did that not too long ago, so I don't need to do that today. We're just gonna do a general wipe down instead. And so you just want to work top to bottom here so that as you're wiping the shelves down, if any crumbs fall, then you won't have to go over the same spot twice. You can catch those crumbs as you move through the shelves. So now that we've gone through the opened food already, I'm gonna start putting it back into the fridge. And as I mentioned, anything that needs to be used up pretty soon, I'm going to make a mental note of that and keep it somewhere in particular in the fridge so that it's easy for me to see and remember to use. Okay, now the fun part, we are going to wash and prep all of the new produce and then put that back into the fridge as well. With our grapes and strawberries, we are just going to do a vinegar wash, which is basically mostly water and about a cup of plain white vinegar. And I just find that this helps to keep berries and grapes fresh longer. So we're just gonna let them soak for about 10 minutes and then give them a rinse. And then just let them dry a bit. We don't want to store any wet berries or wet grapes. And then once they're dry, go ahead and add them into your containers. Now, you don't need to wash all of your veggies if you do have a lot, like for example, some of my zucchini I'm going to keep for next week's prep. And so I'll just keep them in this reusable bag and then back into the fridge. Same with our extra bell peppers and this second bunch of celery that I bought. Now usually with leafy greens, you guys probably know I like to wrap them in a tea towel and then just stick them in a Ziploc bag. But if you are having trouble remembering to use them up, because once they're wrapped in the tea towel, you can't really easily see them, so they may get hidden in the drawer and forgotten about, then I highly suggest switching over to a glass Tupperware or any kind of clear plastic Tupperware that makes it easier to see your greens. So basically we're just gonna put a little bit of paper towel, or you can use a tea towel, down at the bottom and then stack our greens inside, and then that way they will be nice and easy to see and we won't forget about them in the fridge. And that really goes for any of your fruits or veggies that you're prepping right now. If you want to make sure that you're seeing them and eating them, go ahead and use something clear, either plastic or glass, and that way the contents of each container is easily visible. Now I'm slicing these bell peppers into a couple different shapes. I'm going to do some snack sizes first. So I'm just cutting them into spears and then keeping them in these cute little snack jars. And then the remainder I'm going to chop very finely for stir fries, salads, and or pasta sauces. And then I'm also going to chop these carrots into snack size as well. Now, pro tip for your carrots and celery, you can actually store them in water once you've chopped them, and that will help keep them fresh and crisp. I probably won't need to do that for this prep since I'm going to be eating these over the next few days, but if you wanted to keep them really fresh and crisp for a week or longer, then go ahead and just add some water into your Tupperware and set the whole thing in the fridge. And then you want to change the water every couple of days, but that really helps to keep them nice and crisp. Now for produce like apples and avocados, I find that they last a lot longer in the fridge, and so I usually prefer to keep a whole bag of them in the fridge and then just take them out as needed. But we are just gonna take them out of the plastic first and stick them into one of our reusable bags. And then same thing for avocados, I just stick them in a reusable bag, and these stay fresh in the fridge for so long. Obviously, they're not ripe when they're in the fridge, so when you want to ripen one, just go ahead and take one or two out and put it on the counter, and that way it will be able to ripen on the counter, and then in just a couple days, you'll have nice ripe avocados. And so I kind of just cycle them in and out. Basically, I'll just take one or two out at a time, and then as we use those up, add a couple more onto the counter. And of course, the best part is having everything done. Just look at how nice our fridge is and how inviting everything looks. I just want to grab some of these veggies and snack on them right now, which is obviously the goal. I love having everything right at eye level like this, and I just know that this is going to encourage me to eat healthy throughout the week. So if that sounds like something that would be helpful, go ahead and give this method a try and let me know what you guys think. And if you need some more inspiration for meal prep, check out this video here. This is actually what you're gonna wanna do once your veggies are already prepped, so kind of like the next steps to this video.